Hey everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. How are you today? It is Wednesday, June 1st, 2016. So what's going on, people? Very simple. Well, actually, maybe it's not so simple. Let's start off with this. We got information today, the Fed Beige Book, which, again, it's the same thing, but there's a little twist to it. What I mean by the same thing is this. Once again, out of their mouths comes this. The U.S. economy appears to be growing at a moderate pace. Meanwhile, they follow it up with, well, the labor market appears to be tightening despite this fact. Again, does that make sense to you? So our economy is expanding at a moderate pace, but the labor market is tightening. Makes no sense to me, and I don't believe it makes any sense to you. So again, more garbage. What else did we find out? Well, they're trying to say, and this is just twisted, U.S. manufacturing orders, well, for the last 3 months have been in an upward trajectory. Meanwhile, new orders are declining and capital expenditures are also slowing. Does that make sense to you? Think about it. So what they're trying to tell you is manufacturing is doing okay, but meanwhile, there are less new orders and they're cutting back on future spending for manufacturing. Absolutely contradictory, both of these things. We also found out this. U.S. auto sales took a big hit here despite zero interest rate loans. The other thing that people don't talk about too much here, and I would be willing to bet that you know this if you follow this blog or have one eye open. U.S. home ownership right now today sits at a near 50-year low. Let that sink in for a moment. 50-year low with regard to home ownership. So we have all of these things that are occurring. Plus, again, whatever they're trying to force feed you with regard to government numbers with employment, they're all faked. The real unemployment rate, just do a little research about this, is at least 3 times higher than they're telling you. Not only is that occurring, people, when you hear about the supposed jobs that are added, well, there's more people leaving the workforce than are coming into it. So again, what does this all mean in the grand scheme of things? Despite what they're trying to have you believe, or have the zombies out there believe, this slowdown, which is global, is also affecting us here in the United States. Oh, what a surprise. They cannot allow the general population here in the United States, especially, to have the slightest clue as to what is really going on. You understand? No, 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 no. The United States is immune. It's immune to the global slowdown in this global economy. You got to be kidding. This is frankly how stupid people are, how dumbed down they have been made to be. You should consider yourself really one of the elite. I don't care how much cash you may have in your pocket. It doesn't matter. If you could understand the concepts, consider yourself really one of the few. And you should be very proud of yourself. It's really the truth here. People, look, I want to talk about something else that I think is going on here. Janet Yellen and the Federal Reserve Board cannot be, they really can't, that stupid. So I am of the opinion that they understand clearly what their collective collusion, and I've covered this countless times, between themselves and the U.S. government has caused. And again, you do not need to be a rocket scientist to figure out what's going on here. Suppressed interest rates have created distortions in this market that are so extreme that there's no way, in my opinion, that Janet Yellen herself must have a hard time sleeping at night. Because, again, when all of this corrects to fair value, we have multiple bubbles all over the place. Each bubble is is sustaining the next, whether it's a bubble to the upside or a bubble to the downside. So again, all we need is one of these bubbles to burst, and you're going to get a bam, 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 bam effect, and it will all correct very rapidly. Now, I believe that, again, in 2008, let's put this into another perspective here. The Federal Reserve really got a pass, and I don't think they're going to get one this time. Again, they're responsible for price stability, monetary policy, and you saw what happened in 2008. Again, this is a thing that occurs over and over and over and over again. So the Federal Reserve has failed across the board in their mandate of price stability. Maximum employment, well, they can fake these numbers any way they want. So I can't imagine, really, if I were Janet Yellen, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. And I don't think she can either. It's very simple. When all of this corrects to fair value, and it will, people are going to want to know what happened. Again, 2008, not that far off. A lot of people, maybe some of you that are watching this video right now, got burned badly. And this next one is going to be much worse because there's no comparison. There's no comparison to the distortions that were in the market in 2008 to the distortions that are in the market now. None. They are worse by, well, I'm going to take a line from my buddy Greg Hunter, orders of magnitude worse. There's no doubt about it. So you can understand where this is going to go. And you can also understand the fear that must be in the minds of the Federal Reserve as a whole. There is no way they do not understand that their debt expansion cycle has failed and failed miserably. Again, look at the rest of the world, people. Central banks. Who would have imagined this? Look, I would have never imagined this, and I believe that most people out here trying to enlighten us all, there's a lot of us out here, had no idea that they would resort to such measures, going negative, literally turning the financial system upside down. It's not meant to work like this in a negative environment, negative real interest rate environment, which we have here in the United States. And this has created, again, a financial Frankenstein of truly epic proportions. It's that simple here. And it's going to be ugly, people. There's no doubt about it. Anyway, look, the premise of this video is pretty simple. Look, we keep getting economic data, which is absolutely contradictory, and it doesn't make any sense whatsoever here. The economy is expanding. You know, this is what the Fed is telling us today. Meanwhile, the labor market is tightening. Oh, okay. How can that happen? Okay. Let's see what else. Manufacturing, you know, last 3 months doing really, really good, but capital expenditures are down. Look, if you had a business that was doing really well, wouldn't you want to expand it? And how would you do that? By, again, investing in your business to grow it. So, I mean, do they think we're that stupid? Maybe they believe that most people are that stupid, but I know you're not that stupid. I'm not that stupid. But they believe that most people are going to just say, oh, yeah, you know, it's kind of like the spin-offs thing that I talked about in yesterday's video, where I explained clearly how despite the financial engineering, or because of financial engineering and companies spinning off assets, spinning them off. They can't say that they're selling them because, again, that puts a bad connotation on it. These companies are spinning off, selling their assets to buy back their own shares of stock to keep the market higher. How long do we believe this is going to go on? And meanwhile, again, going back to what I said just yesterday, capital expenditures are down. These companies are not investing in their businesses to grow. So what does that mean for you? You're in a lot of trouble. That's really the truth. But look, the zombies out there, and there are unfortunately way more of them than us, are going to wake up, people. And this is what Janet Yellen, I guarantee you, cannot sleep at night. People are going to look to blame someone, and they're going to come up with something here. Again, Obama's not going to take it. Whoever might be in the White House at that time, I don't care who it is. Again, look, We exist in a Hoover-Obama economy right now. Hoover-Obama. So Obama supporters can blame Bush if they like, but look, we have not seen anything like Obama has done with regard to economic growth, and I've talked about this. I did a video titled Hoover-Obama. Sub 3% economic growth for his entire presidency. We have not seen this since Herbert Hoover in over 80 years. So maybe Obama and his supporters could blame Hoover. I don't know. They got to blame someone, and these bankers are going to have to blame someone too. They're going to blame you. They're already, look, there's no secret. They're already talking about this for the longest time. It's the millennials' fault. The millennials aren't spending. The millennials aren't buying homes. This is why we're at a 50-year home ownership low. Are you kidding me? Are you a millennial out there? Well, if you are, well, you know what? It's your damn fault. It's your fault. It's not Obama's fault. It's not, the Federal Reserve fault for inflating a debt bubble, which is the greatest threat to humankind, bar none. Because we're going to face a resource issue, people, just like is going on in Venezuela right now. So, but all of this is the millennials' fault. It's the millennials' fault. So you millennials out there, you go, vote for Hillary Clinton or more of the same nonsense, or worse yet, for Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders praised Venezuela at one point. Oh, that's what the world should be like, Venezuela. Well, really, Bernie, hello there. Bernie, have a look over there. Let us all know what you think. I will see you all soon.